Hey everyone, it's Brett 3 and I'm here in the Smart Review for People We Meet on Vacation, the new film directed by Brett Haley and starring Emily Bader and Tom Blythe in the lead roles. I'm actually really surprised by this because I went into this movie thinking it was going to be one of those typical Netflix rom-coms that you see with a very predictable premise and cardboard cutout characters, and it's like bright and cheery, but not in a great way. But to my great surprise, this was a really good watch, and I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now, People We Meet on Vacation is based on a best-selling novel, and to be honest with you, I've never heard of this story before watching this film. But after watching this movie, I'm kind of a little bit more curious to reading the novel because I had a blast while watching this film. It was very light, it was very entertaining. The two main characters were very charismatic, and I bought into the love story, even though it was super predictable. Now, this is really a modern day spin on When Harry Met Sally. And even the way that the two characters meet is pretty much the beginning of When Harry Met Sally as well. Pretty much the gist of the story is that these two strangers have to go on a road trip together in order to get to a certain place. Pretty much the beginning of When Harry Met Sally. And as they go on this road trip, they bond with each other and they become friends. And for the consecutive summers after this road trip, I think for the next 8 or 9 summers, they go on trips together. So they go to different countries and they go on road trips and whatever, and they bond over these trips. But their relationship gets a little bit complicated as they spend these summers together. So with each trip and each summer together, they kind of realize that they're maybe more than just friends. And the gist of this whole movie is that whether or not they realize this and end up together by the end of the film. Kind of like When Harry Met Sally, but instead of just, them meeting sporadically over the years, this is specifically on vacations together. But you know what? I thought that Emily Bader and also Tom Blythe were really charismatic. I love their performances. They have great chemistry with each other. This is some of the best chemistry I've seen in a rom-com in quite some time. They really bought into their characters, and it seems like they had fun filming together. So, you really believe that these characters were friends and possibly becoming lovers in the end. They really did a great job of selling you the romantic portions of this movie. Now, even though this is a rom-com, I would say that the comedic portions were not as solid as the romantic portions, but it was still a pretty funny movie for the most part. I chuckled at certain moments, and I think that the funniest moment in this whole film was when Emily Bader's parents, played by Molly Shannon and Alan Ruck, are talking to Tom Blythe's character, thinking that, they're about to do the deed. And I thought that whole scene was pretty hilarious. But overall, yeah, this was a fun watch. This is probably Netflix's best rom-com since Set It Up, with Zoe Deutsch and Glenn Powell. But yeah, really good movie. 8.5 out of 10. A blast, and it's very light and entertaining.